What's up YouTube, Element here. Another week in another Rebels episode. There's just 5 episodes left this season and there's still so much more we need to cover, or at least more than I want to see. One in particular being the episode entitled Twin Suns, which we can only imagine is the episode taking place on Tatooine. But eyes on the prize. This week's episode through Imperial Eyes aims to shake things up a bit as we open up on an Imperial ship mid-alert through the eyes of Agent Kallus. They've intercepted a stolen shuttle from Lothal, and it turns out to be Ezra, as he's quickly detained. Kallus chooses to interrogate him personally and finds out that Ezra is tasked with extracting him on the suspicion that Kallus may be exposed as Fulcrum. Thrawn shows up in his Star Destroyer Chimera and summons Lieutenant List and Agent Kallus. Ezra is thrown in the detention cells on board Chimera as Kallus and List go to meet with Thrawn. Chopper updates their status to Kanan and Rex as the mission changes drastically. Upon arriving at Admiral Thrawn's office, Kallus and List help embolden the MacGuffin of this episode by revealing code cylinders, or credentials as they would have it. They walk in on Thrawn sparring with miniature Jaegers, to which he only closes the door when he's done. Narcissist much? They meet with Colonel Yularen, and Thrawn, upon finishing his workout, reveals Yularen is helping to expose a spy within the ranks of the Empire codenamed Fulcrum. Upon agreeing to help in any way he can, Kallus successfully baits List into suspecting Governor Price and steals his credentials in the process. Thrawn intercepts a coded rebel transmission and decides to visit the prisoner Ezra. Using List's credentials, Kallus gets Ezra out of the cells and retrieve the clearance codes for Kanan and Rex, as well as remove Atollon from Thrawn's list of potential rebel base locations. Upon returning to his office, Ezra is forced to hide, but Kallus hacks the Jaegers into attacking Thrawn, allowing Ezra to escape. Meanwhile, Kanan and Rex land only to be intercepted by Governor Price. As fate would have it, this display confirms List's suspicions, as he incriminates himself unknowingly by attacking Price. Ezra and the others escape, but Kallus chooses to stay behind, having successfully painted List as Fulcrum. The ruse was a success on the surface, as Price even believes List to be Fulcrum. Upon dismissing Kallus, Thrawn discovers through the recognition of Sabine Wren's artistry that the prisoner was Ezra Bridger and that Kallus was indeed the spy, having not warned them of this in the first place. Yularen reluctantly adheres to this conclusion. Thrawn reveals he'll use Kallus to his advantage, most likely to feed him false information in order to catch the rebels off balance. This was a good episode. Not a filler, thank God, but it definitely is one of those episodes that sets things up for the future. With Thrawn fully aware of Kallus's betrayal, his advantage over the rebels quadruples in that he now has a person to feed phony intel to. As I said earlier, there's only 5 episodes left, and this episode successfully sets the tone for what we're about to see. Without knowing Kallus has been found out, and without Kallus knowing he's been found out, the rebels stand to lose a great deal. I'm preparing for a few episodes of the rebels suffering major losses, with an Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Maul grudge match thrown into the mix. But it does set things up, and opens the plot up to dovetail into Episode 4, A New Hope territory, and subsequently Rogue One territory. I have to imagine that at some point Ezra and the crew will find Obi-Wan after he defeats Maul. Come on, let's be honest, we all know this happens. Spoiler alert, Obi-Wan is alive in Episode 4. Obi-Wan will indeed become a vital player in the rebellion as he becomes the key to destroying the Sith to Ezra and Kanan, as well as from Rogue One's perspective, Princess Leia's only hope. Now, without venturing into Episode 4 territory, it's interesting to imagine what could happen going towards the season finale, as well as what could be in Season 4. We still have yet to happen upon Ahsoka Tano's fate, but I'm hopeful that her part in this tale is far from over, and perhaps it'll be expounded upon when we visit Obi-Wan. And if she does in fact visit Obi-Wan or has a connection to him, it will forever change the landscape of the future trilogy, while also retconning a big chunk of the original trilogy. But I'm game. How about you guys? What do you think is left for the Rebels show to explore? What do you want to see happen the closer it gets to original trilogy territory? Let me know in the comments below. For those of you interested or otherwise attending GDC in San Francisco, I will be in attendance representing my game studio next week, so if you're at all interested in any of the indie games we've got to show, come visit us at the North Hall, booth 4226. Also, I'll be in Portland the following week visiting old friends from way back, so the following 2 episode reviews will likely be late or delayed, so I apologize in advance. Until then, however, all is as the Force wills it.